Hello again, everybody. It's the American Doofus Show. I'm your host, Barry Welsh. Don't be a doofus. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to email me, it is americandoofus@gmail.com. Also, you can message me, American Doofus, on Facebook. It's a second update on Kenosha, Wisconsin. And I'm not going to update as far as information you're going to hear on mainstream media. I'm going to update differently. I've got a video I want you to see that I think everybody should see, especially people in the white community. It's a very powerful video. Before I show it, as I said, I get a lot of messages, and I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody that has subscribed. I appreciate everybody that sent condolences when I lost Kay. I do. I appreciate all of you. I've been getting some messages regarding Cannon Hennert, and I want to talk about that for just a second. Cannon, what happened to him should never happen to any child. However, his killer is in jail. And it's right to say his name. It's right to remember that boy. It's right to protest if you want to. But that's one name. That's one child. If we go to the communities of color, how far back do you want to go? Do you want to go back to Trayvon Martin and start saying names? Do you want to go back to the lynchings of the 1960s and start saying names? Do you want to go 100 years farther back to the 1860s? No. This is why they protest. You can't equate one horrendous act with literally thousands upon thousands of horrendous acts. It's time to stop. That's why some of us say Black Lives Matter. That's why some of us try to point out hate that maybe some white people don't even see. It's hard for me to imagine, but that's what some say anyway. I just had to get that out there. Now, this video comes from ABC7 in Chicago. It's a mainstream media source. Speaking of mainstream media, somebody from mainstream media reached out to the American Doofus Show wanting me to talk about NFAC and Grandmaster Jay. They said I was a subject matter expert. Anyway, I declined. I'm not a subject matter expert on that. Those topics. However, hopefully I'm going to have somebody, going to have a guest on this show, and we're going to talk about Grandmaster Jay and the NFAC coming up here very soon. That's then, and this is now. And right now, as promised, a video that I think I believe everyone should see.
Good afternoon. My name is Eric Russell, the American activist, president of the Tree of Life Justice League. What we witnessed the other day was city-sanctioned attempted murder. Right now in America, there is a hunt. There is a hunt. And those of us that have been kissed by the sun, the police have put targets on our back. So often, black men are vilified. But what I would have you know about Jacob is that Jacob was a good Samaritan. What they will not tell you is before Jacob was gunned down, he was breaking up an altercation that he had nothing to do with. But in the eyes of a racist killer cop, that is not what they saw. Jacob's black skin was weaponized. Although Jacob did not have a gun, all of that racist killer cop saw was a non-compliant Negro. Jacob's non-compliance, it had nothing to do with a disrespect for authority. Jacob's children was in the car. I can tell you as a father myself, anytime guns are drawn, my very instinct is to secure the safety of our children. And that's what Jacob was doing when he was gunned down. What we asked for a thorough investigation from the Wisconsin Department of Justice. All of you have seen the now viral video, but always they want to tell black folks what our lying eyes did not see. We saw that racist cop crush George Floyd's lungs. We saw Laquan McDonald get shot dead. 8 months ago, we saw 19-year-old Tyrese West from Racine get gunned down. They will not tell us what our lying eyes did not see. We saw what was tantamount to cold-blooded attempted murder. What we asked for as a black and brown community, we asked for something simple. We asked for a reverence for our humanity. We asked to be treated with a certain amount of dignity and respect. And what we demand from the police, the Kenosha, Wisconsin police, they must uphold the law while they enforce the law. We are not a lawless community, but the police have to follow the law too. The police don't get to be judge, jury, and executioner of black folks. Justice for Jacob. Justice for Jacob. Justice for Jacob. Justice for Jacob.
As I said, unless you happen to be in Chicago or happen to have watched that live stream, chances are you would not have seen that. I felt it was important to share. Felt that all people should hear that. Many of you have heard it several times. Many of you have probably said it yourselves. But for those that still don't quite understand why people are protesting, why sometimes they turn into riots, that man explained it much better than I ever could. I'm the American Doofus Show. I'm your host, Barry Welsh. As always, thank you for watching. Please subscribe and copy and post this link in your social media. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We'll be back really soon with another episode of the American Doofus Show. Don't be a doofus.